Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to Be Learners. So, am I audible and visible to everyone? Pin me a message quickly. Yes, hope so. I'm audible as well as I'm visible to everyone. Okay, now let's see here. Today we will study about the eclipses. Let me first do some settings. After that, we'll continue our class. Okay, now see here. Hmm. First of all, we need to understand that how the shadow forms. Because many of the time, if you don't know how the shadow forms, then it will be very difficult for you to understand about the eclipses. See, suppose I'm here in front of you, and this way means from the back, it is coming the light or anywhere. Means suppose if the light is coming from the left side, then the shadow will form on the right side. Just a minute, camera. I don't. Huh. Suppose if I am sitting here in the left side, the shadow will form on the right side because see, from this way the light is coming, so the shadow means what will happen? An object blocks the path of light. So whenever an object block the path of light, the shadow forms on the opposite direction. The same thing happens during the eclipse also. Right now, if I'm sitting this way and the light is coming from that way, then definitely the shadow will form just on the opposite side. Okay. So in the eclipse also the same concept is applied, that if any object blocks the path of light, suppose the light is coming from this way, and if any object blocks the path of light, then the shadow forms. So there are two type of eclipses. One is solar eclipse and second is the lunar eclipse. And then first of all we need to understand what do you mean by eclipse. Eclipse means to cover or to hide from a view. If you are something able to, if you are able to see something and somebody covers that thing, that is called eclipse. Means you are hiding from a view. And this eclipse is originated from the Greek word that is called eclipses, and it means abandonment or downfall. Abandonment means ki you can say something is declining or something is hiding or something is vacant. Okay. And downfall, to everybody understand that something is declining, and it occurs when one body moves into the shadow of another. Suppose if any object A is kept and other object B is kept, and suppose the shadow of A falls on B, this is called eclipse. Suppose my shadow falls on some other object, that is called eclipse. Okay. And there are mainly two types of eclipse. One is solar eclipse and second is the lunar eclipse. Solar, the word solar, it means sun, related to the sun. So definitely the solar eclipse will be related to the sun. And second one is the lunar eclipse. Lunar means talking about the moon. So lunar eclipse is related to the moon. So I hope I am clear to everyone till here. Then we are looking here about the solar eclipse. For as I told you, so the word solar, it means sun, because if you will see the word solar written SOLAR, so there the word SOL means sun. And in solar eclipse, the moon comes. I'm showing you the picture. You can see here. You can see the moon comes between the earth and the sun. And what happens, the sun's shadow, not shadow, sorry, the sunlight falls on the moon. The sunlight is falling on the moon, and the light is falling on the moon. Now what will happen, the moon has blocked the path of light. The moon has blocked the path of light. Now the moon will cast its shadow. The moon will form its shadow, and now you can see the shadow falls on earth. The shadow of moon falls on earth. So this is called what? This is called solar eclipse. Means suppose this side we have the moon. Okay. Oh, this side we have the picture. We don't need to draw. So this side we have the moon at the center, and this side we have the sun. Now what will happen when the sun ray will fall on the moon? The moon has blocked the path of the sunlight. The moon has blocked the path of sunlight. Now moon shadow will form on the earth, because all these three are together. Moon, sun and earth. Maybe they are in a straight line, maybe may not be, they are not in a straight line. So it can be like that ki they are in straight line or they may not be in a straight line. Suppose if all these three, sun, moon and earth, all these three are placed in a straight line, then the total eclipse occur. Total solar eclipse occur. And if they are not in a straight line, if they are not placed in a straight line, then we can say partial solar eclipse occur. So you can see the picture of total eclipse. When it happens, when all these three, sun, moon and earth, all these three are arranged in a straight line. We can say it is a total eclipse, total solar eclipse. But when these three, sun, moon and earth, they are not arranged in a straight line, they are not arranged in a straight line, then we can say partial solar eclipse occur. So this is very important, that when the total solar eclipse occur and when partial solar eclipse occur. And as I told you, ki suppose if you are standing anywhere outside the home or inside the home also, suppose you are getting the light of the bulb from this way and you are standing this way, so what you are doing, you are just blocking the path, you are just acting like obstacle, hindrance for the light. Okay, so you have blocked the path of light. Now what will happen, the shadow will form. You can do practically this thing at your home. See, some means the direction from which the light is coming and where the shadow is forming, both are in opposite way. Same thing happens in the eclipses also. Sun is here, moon is here, earth is here. Sun's ray is falling on moon. Moon has blocked the path of the ray of the sun. Now the shadow of moon will be formed. And where the shadow will be formed? The shadow will be formed on earth. Now if you have ever observed shadow, so you will find that there are certain portion which is very dark. Suppose the shadow of this one, this is anything it is. already the, you know very well na, shadow always remain in the black color, but I was not having any option, so I have used this color. But remember, let me take the black color only. Yes, so there will be a certain portion where you will find that the shadow is in the black color, okay, but there are certain portion where you will find the shadow is in the gray color. Is that clear? So there are certain portion where the shadow will be in the gray color. So now we need to understand what the area of gray color and what the area of black color will be known as. One is umbra and second one is penumbra. Umbra, it is also called first shadow, and this penumbra, it is called the second shadow. Okay, why? Because second shadow means ki partial darkness, not complete darkness, partial. Okay, and it gets smaller and it gets bigger. There's a difference. This type of shadow umbra, that gets smaller, and this type of shadow that's get bigger as it reaches the earth. And people standing in this umbra shadow see a total solar eclipse, because totally black you will see. In umbra region you will find the complete black shadow. So you can see in the picture, see total eclipse, you can see complete black. Though I have used gray color, but you can see this shadow is in complete black. But here you can see that is it complete black? The answer is no, it's not complete black. Little bit shades of gray also you can observe in partial eclipse. So this is the difference, and it is very important. Please go through it. What is umbra and what is penumbra? Now we are talking about the lunar eclipse. Solar eclipse we have done, means what? Due to that sun. Okay, but now we are doing the lunar eclipse, means talking about the moon. Lunar is a word which is taken from the word luna, and it means what? Moon. Now we need to understand, what we have seen, that eclipse is of two types. Eclipse is of two types. One is solar and second one is lunar. And further, these solar and lunar both are of two types. One is total and second is partial. Total solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse. Lunar is also of two types, total lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse. So again the same thing, when they will be in the straight line, first of all we need to understand the position. There we have seen the moon was at the center. Okay, but now we need to, one thing, apply one common sense here. Okay, sun remains always fixed at one position. The only thing is that the earth revolves. Okay, so sun will remain fixed definitely. Again, who will change the position? Earth and the moon. There the moon was at the center, means in the middle, but now earth is in the middle. You can see here in lunar eclipse, earth is at the middle. So now you can see, let me take another color. You can see earth is at the middle, and this side we have the moon. Now the sun's ray is falling on the earth. Sun's ray is falling on the earth, and now the shadow of earth is falling on the moon. Okay, so now again we can say it is of two types. One is partial lunar eclipse and second is total lunar eclipse. Partial means when all these three, sun, earth and the moon, all these three are in straight line, as you can see here. This is called total lunar eclipse, and when they are not in a straight line, it is called partial lunar eclipse. Definitely again same thing will happen here also. In total lunar eclipse, complete shadow, black shadow you will be able to see. Complete black shadow, that is called umbra, that is observed in the total eclipse. But if it is a partial, then you can able to see some grayish portion also, and that is called penumbra region. So now you can see this again I'm telling you little bit about the lunar eclipse, that only the position of the earth and the moon that gets interchanged, and rest everything remains the same. Sun always remains at the fixed position. No need to confuse. And a diagram of both solar eclipse and lunar eclipse, that is very very important. So you need to go through the diagram. So this is the picture of total lunar eclipse and this is the partial lunar eclipse. So you can see the complete lunar eclipse is taking place, and here partial. Only half of the moon is covered with the shadow of the earth, but here the full moon is covered with the shadow. So this was all about the today's session. I hope you have understood the eclipses. And one more thing I want to tell you about that. Nowadays still the people have some, you can say, traditional thought about the eclipses, that we should throw all the foods, we should not see that means we should not do anything auspicious thing at that time eclipse, because they find this eclipse is not good. But actually these are the thought which were basically followed by the people of ancient time, but nowadays it is not like that. Only the thing that we need to take care, that during the eclipses we cannot see the sun or anything directly with the eye, because the ray which falls at that time, that is very harmful. It can affect your eye, so you should not see that directly with your naked eye. So now the question is, how can you see? You can use the, even if you are having suppose special type of lens or special type of any equipment through which the rays cannot enter to your eyes, you can use those equipments, but you cannot see. Even with the sunglasses you cannot see that ray directly. And it doesn't make any sense that the eclipse remain for a longer period. No, eclipse remain for shorter period of time. As I told you also that many people still believe that the eclipse is not good, we should not go out, we should not cook any food, we should not do means anything which is good. These were the traditional thought. So it's not like that anything that eclipse during the eclipse we should not cook food or we should not move out. Only the thing that we should not see the eclipse with the naked eyes, and eclipse remain for only a shorter period of time. I hope you have understood this today's session. If you have any doubt, any confusion, you can write your questions in the comment sections. And for the next class you will get the notification. Goodbye everyone, take care, have a great day.